What's up YouTube, this is Darius, and today I just want to give you guys a little look at the reef tank. Okay YouTube, so right now you're looking at my 40-gallon reef tank. I started this tank back in February of 2015, and it is February of 2016, making this tank 1 year old. Now throughout this first year of keeping this tank, it was really a big learning experience for me, learning just about the saltwater world, just the different basics and fundamentals when it comes to marine aquariums. As most of you guys know, I'm big when it comes to freshwater tanks. So this introduction to the saltwater world was just a learning experience, and that's pretty much how I spent my first year with this reef tank, just learning the ups and downs, having some good times and some bad times. Okay, so after keeping this marine tank for 1 year now, I can now say that my favorite part about it was just the beauty of it. Now, from the fish to the corals to the inverts, they all just show amazing color, amazing just beauty. Now, one of the things I enjoy is that when it comes to the saltwater world, any color you could think of, any shape you could think of, any size, whatever you could think of, whatever you can imagine, there's most likely a fish, invert, or coral that can compare to your imagination. So that's one of the things I love. It's just a huge variety when it comes to colors, shapes, and sizes, and just gives you a huge amount to work with to beautify your tank. Another thing that I love is just how everything in this tank is just so active. The fish are very active, the inverts are very active, and the corals as well. It's fun to watch them eat and just their natural reactions. So I love the fact that this tank is just very beautiful and at the same time very active. Now, some of the things I hated about this reef tank during the time that I kept it was just, one, the cost. This has been by far the most expensive tank that I've kept so far. And another thing that I hate about this tank is just how sensitive it is, because if I was to let loose or to give slack to any of these tanks, I could easily bounce back. However, if I was to slip up on this tank, it would have a dramatic effect. So that's another thing that I really didn't like about the reef. So overall, I really enjoyed keeping this reef this past year. If I had the opportunity to, I would increase, but considering the cost and everything, I will only go up to maybe a 55 or 75. But if I do increase, I will have to sacrifice one of my tanks just to balance out the price and the maintenance and everything like that. But that's future plans. For now, I'll just stick to what I have and let this 40-gallon fill up. But overall, this has been a great experience keeping this reef. Now I'm just going to give you guys a closer look at what's going on. Okay, so I guess I'll give you guys a rundown of all the livestock in the tank. So first off, we have right here my clown pair, the stars of the tank. In my opinion, clownfish are definitely probably the best marine fish out there, because they are extremely beautiful, extremely active, and very hardy. So definitely a great choice for both the beginner and expert. One of my favorite marine fish. Next we have right here my tail spot blenny. This is definitely a beautiful fish. I love his color, I love his activeness. He's all over the tank, and if you look closely, he might start pecking algae, because he spends the majority of his day looking for algae, and as you can see, he's right back into it. So definitely a great choice for an algae cleaner. Right here is my 6-line wrasse, which is dipped away. This is the most active fish in the tank. He's back there now. But this is the most active fish in the tank. Can't even keep up with him. But he's in every corner, every crack of the tank. So definitely a great fish if you want activity in your tank. He's somewhere back there. Next I have my Pajama Cardinals. One right here, and you just saw the other one go back. Great, beautiful fish. Not as active, but definitely look good. We have the tail spout blenny again. Down here we have a Watchman Goby. Now I ordered this fish about 2 months ago from Live Aquaria, and when I bought it, I originally bought a yellow Watchman Goby, and clearly this one isn't yellow, so I'm not sure if he's going to turn yellow or if I just was given the wrong fish. But yeah, that's that guy. And I think that's all when it comes to fish. After fish we have inverts, and one of the strangest things happened to the majority of my shrimp, well, all of my shrimp in the tank. I had 4 shrimp in this tank. I had my 2 skunk cleaner shrimp. I have 1 pistol shrimp and 1 peppermint shrimp. And one day I came home and they all were just gone, nowhere to be found. I checked all over inside of the aquarium, couldn't find them. I checked all over outside because I know before I had a freshwater shrimp jump out and they crawled 6 feet away from the aquarium, and I checked all around this tank and couldn't find them. So that's just a huge mystery. All of my shrimp just disappeared at the same time. So I have no more shrimp, and I was going to replace them, but I remember how every time I tried to feed my corals, the shrimp would interfere, so I'm going to give it a little while before I go and replace them. Then we just have my basic cleanup crew, a bunch of hermit crabs. I have the blue leg, the red leg, and some gray leg and yellow legs, and just different types of hermit crabs. I have different types of snails, from these Mexican turbo snails. What else? I have some neurite snails, just all different types of snails. Your basic cleanup crew. And then when it comes to corals, I have just a wide blend. When it comes to corals, one of the things that I would have changed when I first started stocking was I would have got bigger colonies. When I first started, I tried to be cheap and I went and bought small frags, and they're taking a long time to grow, some of them. So if I had the opportunity to change that, I would have went back and bought large colonies. But as of today, here's what I got going on. So that big pink coral right there is colt coral, also called cauliflower coral. Definitely a great coral. It takes a lot of space and looks really good. To the right I have my yellow polyps. When I bought these, I had it had about 5 to 7 heads, and now it has almost 30 heads, so definitely a lot of growth. Right above that I have my devil's hand leather coral, doubled in size since when I originally bought it. Over here I have a green torch that I just picked up a few weeks ago. My Duncan Coral, which has been growing very nicely. I bought it with 1 head, now it has about 5 heads. Right here I have a neon green trumpet coral. Over here I have some regular trumpet corals, some green star polyps, which are starting to spread across this rock, as you can see on the bottom down there. I bought this right here as green star polyps as well, and as you can see there's a big difference between the two. So I'm guessing it's in the family, but it's not the same. This one is growing nicely as well. I have that in higher light. Over here we have my Axia coral. Very aggressive. You can see some of those sweepers going by. I try to keep this one far away from the rest. I don't know, I might trade this one in, try to get some more peaceful corals. Right here is my Aiken coral. This thing loves to eat. Not really putting too much growth. When I feed my Duncan Coral, you can see it grows. I feed this thing the same amount and really not too much growth, so it's a bit slower when it comes to growth. Up here I have a hammer coral. I have a frog spawn right here. Usually they are expanded a lot more. However, I just turned the light on about an hour ago, so that's why they are so small right now. Then if you come over here, I have some green button polyps up there, some red mushrooms, and then the last corals that I have is some more green button polyps back there, and that's pretty much all I have when it comes to corals for now. Okay YouTube, so that has been a look at the 40-gallon reef tank. Now a little later on I'm going to post a video about some of the things I learned during this year, but that's been a little update. So as always, I want to thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want more, make sure you hit that subscribe button because more is coming. And that will be all.